Welcome viewers back to Forever Skies, where we're sitting in our tiny makeshift airship exploring the dusty ravages of the smog-filled Earth. Last episode we explored the radio tower, took a look at this slate right here that says Reed, learned that this was someone's attempt at homesteading. We are going to take a little bit more look around here, see if there's anything else to discover. Maybe make sure our tool is charged up. Metal container is full. It doesn't look like there's a lot left up here to explore. What about downstairs? Is there anything in here that we missed? Just some bricks. Looks like we're going to need to go to sleep. Basic research part. Okay, that was what it wanted us to discover here. I guess we go back and use that in the ship. Also, take a nap. So basic research. We also want to fly to Noah's last location marked on this radar that we got. Look at that, it's right over there. Maybe that platform there. Basic research. We have a flashlight we can research, but we need copper. We haven't figured that out yet. And furniture fabricator uses some silicon and synthetics. For now, we need some rest. We need some water. Water-wise, we're good. We have clean water in our backpack here. Rest. I have a habit of sticking my bed in a chest. Bed. We will throw this down and rest on it until our fatigue catches up to us. The sleeping screen here kind of dull. I'm hoping maybe we get some kind of dreams or something in the future. But for now we're getting alarms while we sleep telling us about our thirst. Okay. There's a lot of metal in our metal collector. I love that. So this thing is just automatically getting metal for us. We've got water going. Could put the bed back in the chest when we're not using it, and away we go. We are going to head over toward the marker. Maybe pick up some silicon on the way. It looks like there's one of the silicon towers just over to our right. Maybe a couple of them. A whole lot of them, and there's some lights over there we're going to head to eventually, but for now let's just grab this silicon off to starboard here. Silicon. Hopefully this tower falls over. Yeah, destruction for the sake of it. Okay. The marker is over there. That's definitely a platform. Looks like might be able to get up there.
Unknown location reached.
Unknown location. Explore the ruined location in search of Noah. He did leave one of his scrawls here, so we know this was his site.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started.
I'm gonna lower the lure while we're out, just so we have something to come back to.
Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Okay, it looks like there's a bunch of stuff here to... bunch of metal, maybe, that we can get. And some new objects that require scanning. That's just metal. And so, ooh. Synthetic fuel. Basic research parts. Nice. I should probably scan those. Research station, it says. Okay, so we don't need to scan them. They're just like research bonus, I guess. Nothing else on the top. Ooh, canned water. Don't fall off the catwalks. Alright, what's in this place? There's another wall for us to breach. And this is the first place where I'm like, hey, I wish we had a flashlight. E. Reed, too damn high. Lost expedition. The greenhouse tower collapsed like a house of cards. The concussion destroyed its foundations, and dust swallowed it up like the rest of the world. And in front of me grew this huge barrier that was never here. Is nature trying to defend itself? But from what? After all, am I on her side? From the research computer, I managed to recover the airship wall's blueprint. The research parts inside the container will be useful here. This will give me a flat surface to mount the turbine device on so that I can fly over the blockade. Only where do I get a turbine from? I can see the wind farm lights from here. I'll try my luck there. Whilst I'm over there, I should check the upper area for some helium canisters. They will be useful for increasing the maximum weight capacity of my airship. Okay, so head to the turbines, get a turbine, get helium. Meanwhile, though, let's finish exploring here, make sure we have everything. Something about walls. Oop, let's save our last little bit of energy there so we can grab some energy things instead of having to pump. Oh, they got away. Damn. Anything coming from this side? There's one coming. If we're just patient. There we go. That's a half of our charge full. Oh, can we reach that one? Yes. Nice. For the price of running around after things, you too don't have to pump your gun. Alright, use the computer. Metal wall and balloon expansion research there. Great. One old canned water. Research computer. Tab to see more. I guess that's studies? Yeah, this whole studies thing is a little confusing. I'm not quite sure. I guess it's showing you upcoming things just so you can know what you didn't miss. We still need the furniture fabricator. We need 20 synthetics for that. We have all the silicon, so let's stop and gather some synthetics. Metal wall and balloon expansion. So we needed basic research parts just to be able to study those. Interesting. And discoveries. Radio tower variants. Okay, so it's keeping track of everything we do here. That's cool. We have a whole lot of airship modules to discover. Does it tell us where we have to look? Nope. Old world remains. And science and tech. Interesting. A bunch of stuff we have to figure out. Right now, let's loot. Let's loot upstairs. We do want these synthetics, so let's try to get those too. Anytime we see a recharge, we'll try to take it. Let's hold off and only get the large synthetics because we don't really need to take these metals too with that new metal extractor thing we picked up. What about in here? I don't actually see anything in here and it's just making traversal hard. Okay, some more glass here though, we'll take that. And I guess we can hop down. We'll grab these metal things on the way out. Kind of half expected holes to open up under those, but I'm glad it didn't. We're gonna just stand here collecting synthetics. We need about 20. I think we can reach that too. That one is just on the edge of the range. Got it. Missed a glass up there. And now I should be looking for something to charge with. Any more? Not really. The big one's just in range. 33. Okay, so that should be enough. Boy, this is a dangerous place to park, isn't it? That should be enough where we can research the furniture fabricator. Yay! Okay, and then we do have something in the lure. I should probably drink some water before I forget. And then the rest of the things. Flashlight needs copper, but metal wall I can do. I'd like to learn how to make metal walls. And we can boil another moth. And then we will research balloon expansion. Lower the lure again. Looks like this thing needs another metal head. Or those moths, they're just flying through. And then flashlight, that's the only thing left. Boy, let's get out of here before these moths drive me crazy. Doesn't seem like they're doing any damage, luckily. They're just moths. I think I want to stop and grab these charges. Or at least one of them. Because we did use up a whole lot of our synthetics. We have plenty. But in here, we just learned what? None of these. But, oh, furniture, that's what we learned. Furniture fabricator. We need electric elements. 3 electric elements for that. Electric elements we can make in our soup printer. But we're gonna need silicon. Okay. Thought I saw silicon up ahead on the way to this. Yeah, there's plenty of silicon over there. Or not plenty, but there's a few. I will make sure to route us that way. We're not super fast, 27 kilometers per hour. But, I mean, it's a...
Very fast flight altitude zone. Risk of airship damage.
Okay. We ran into something. Be careful. Find the wind farm. There's the wind farm over there. For now, though, we are next to this thing. So we will grab some silicon. And then there's another one up ahead to the left. Or the right. That's my right. But you're the left.
Unknown location reached.
Okay, there's the unknown location up ahead. How many boiled moths do we have? Just the one. Let's eat it. And then let's make sure we're lowering the lure for another one. And then let's try to recharge. Metal container is full. We're getting plenty of metal just from this thing. That's really nice. 107. Yeah, we got plenty of metal. It's really the electric elements. Right, we need electric elements for the furniture fabricator. No, we have 3. We can. Why can't we make this? 3, we have 1. Okay, so we need 2 more electric elements. Oops. I think we also need a device fabricator, it looks like. Can only make 1 of those, so still more silicon needed. This guy is ready to raise. And it's a dust lettuce. A dust lettuce can also be boiled, so we'll boil it. We'll lower this thing one more time. And let's move on from here. It looks like we can safely land at this disc up ahead. Although this radar kind of obscures our window for landing. Not too terribly, I suppose. Let's just make sure we're in contact so we don't float away.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started.
Well, dust lettuce is ready. Dust moth is in there.
New objects requiring scanning.
Boil one more of those. Okay, we're ready to go. New objects require scanning. See something right here? That is erect basic turbine. Increases the flight altitude of the airship. The effect multiplies for additional units built. Fantastic. There's also a bunch of what looks like copper. Yes, indeed. 4 copper there, plus copper elements. A bunch of metal, a bunch of synthetics. Let's take all of this stuff. We'll keep an eye on the charge level of this thing. Make sure we have enough charge to recharge it. Oh, really? Right, it takes 2 per shot. Okay. Metal container is full again. A lot of copper elements, I love it. Getting pre-built resources instead of having to gather everything with this gun, although it still is a mechanic that is enjoyable. Let's recharge it and then see if there's anything else. A whole lot of more copper here. So I guess copper lives at these ancient wind turbines. Too bad these things aren't up and running. I wonder if there's any remnants on Earth still, or if just everyone who came down here is dead. Who knows? Sounds like the moths are coming back. I'm glad those things aren't dangerous, they're just annoying. It's just mostly an annoying noise. Let's try not to fall. And get back inside, maybe close this up. Alright, so we need to get up to the rest of this, but we can't go higher. We did discover how to make air turbines? Wind turbines? No, we discovered the research. We need to research them. We can research the flashlight too, but basic turbines, there we go. Let's get the turbines going. I'm going to move the ship out of here. Our next goal is to try to get up there somehow. Let's see how high a turbine can get us if we build it. Oh, those moths. So annoying. Let's get that flashlight going. And then in here we will construct at least 2 of these. We're also going to need to figure out how to make walls. Ugh. And get away from the moths. I hate them. Okay, basic turbine done. Can we make another one right away? Yes, let's make 2. And then the way I understand walls to work is this X here is just showing that the back end of this room we're standing in just could have a wall there but doesn't. So if I take the basic builder and I build a wall, it costs 10 and 2 copper. We now have a wall there. So in theory, now that there's a wall there... Oh, I really wish I had a flamethrower. We should be able to place a turbine. Yeah, look at that. So we can place a turbine on these walls. I don't think we'll be able to place 2 there. I guess we can stand back here to make it easier. Yeah, it looks like we probably want a wall out there. Oops. So let's do that. In order to do that, we're gonna have to move this thing. You can move things without... You can move chests without emptying their contents, which I really appreciate. We're gonna try to put walls out that way. So to do that, we need to build a new room that direction. And then maybe we'll even build a second room that direction. And then let's do the same thing on the other side, but in order to do that, we're gonna have to make a bunch of catwalks on this side. So catwalks should be going out here. We'll make them out too wide like we did before. Like that.
Hydration level is decreasing.
Is it? Let's make sure we're drinking water. Got 2 water left. Gonna add dirty water in there, get some going. We also have dirty water here. So we want to move all this stuff over to that side now. So, Z to move. We'll put the chest here for now. And we'll put this water condenser over here also. We'll move the lure to this side. Hello. And we'll move the... Let's get all the metal out of there first. Oh, maybe that was a bad idea, because now it's going to drop down. But we can move you while you're down, right? Yep. Okay. And we'll drop you over here next to the lure. Be finagled into better position later. And now we can build another room out this way. So the whole goal to expand our living area here. Hopefully we have enough. Otherwise we're going to have to just keep farming for things. Cool. And now we want to put more catwalk out there. But yeah, look at that. We have a space. We can move these engines back. I kind of like them in their little alcove there. We're going to need more catwalk out back to make it safe to build things, so maybe that's the place to build catwalk first. Let's build some out here. And maybe even extend this out. Yep, and then we're out of resources. Ah, moths attack. Okay. So now we're out of resources. I want to... Wait, to make those... I need 5 metals, so yeah, we're just gonna have to stand here and harvest metal for a while, it looks like. Let's actually fly somewhere. It's not so annoying. I hate these moths. They're just in the way. Let's look around. Oh, it's getting dark over that way. Maybe there's a building we can harvest metal from that'll help. Can always find the turbine and come back to it. It's right here. We're not going that far. Oh, there's a nice chunk of metal. Well, there's only 2. It's raining too. Nice. Kind of messes up the visibility. Makes it so I can't tell if we can harvest any of this stuff. Get some charge. Oh, misery. Standing in the rain, using our nanotech gun to harvest. We make a wall. I'd like to put a wall up, please. Metal wall takes 10 metals, and we have just enough to make 3 metal walls. There's some. Halfway there. We need 2 walls, so it's going to be a while of harvesting metals, especially in this rain. It's kind of difficult. Let's see if we can putter around and find more. There's some. Silicon's always nice too, because we have no other source of that yet. Oh, metal. We have it. I'm an idiot. We have this thing. Do we have any more heads?
Critically damaged.
Oh, what was critically damaged? Some kind of module was critically damaged. Guess we're gonna have to land and see. I don't see any damage anywhere. We have repair putty. guess we'll have to go look at everything. Let's put another metal head in there. That is... Here, metal collector heads. Unfortunately uses metal.
Printing completed.
Okay, so this is the best way to get metal. And it looks like the sun's coming up finally. Good. Of course, there's no metal to be had here. Okay, let's drive back to that turbine platform over there. Ooh, there's metal. Just got it. How's the metal hut going? We're up to 23. Okay, that's enough to make walls. I'd like to get some catwalks too, but let's get started with walls. We'll build one here first. Metal wall on there. There we go. And then we should be able to attach a turbine to that.
Maximum flight altitude increased.
Very nice, although we might want to stick those out to the side. I kind of like them in the back for now. I also want a little bit more catwalk out here. But we can do another metal wall, I think. Yeah, there we go. And we'll put our other turbine there. Roughly the same height as the first one. And then hopefully we can do some more catwalk before I fall into space. Okay, got one. Well, here's a problem. I didn't really leave myself a way to get back inside. Let's maybe make this catwalk a little bit narrower for now and give us a way to get around without having to jump. Alright, that's not the way. Let's go this way.
A flying creature approaches the airship.
Shoot. Alright. You know what I'm going to do? Rather than die... See, I don't see a flying creature coming.
The creature attached itself to the airship.
Where? Okay. I'm gonna pick this thing up.
Maximum flight altitude reduced.
We're going to break this wall open. We can't. I can't break this wall open because... because my airship builder is out of juice. Okay, let's open the fuel tank, get the fuel out, pick this one up, and we can get in there. Where is it? There it is. Wow. Probably should have scanned it. It was just attacking our catwalks. Alright, we need to recharge this thing. And we need to recharge this thing too. Oh, we can do it this way. Alright, and then we do have repair gel. Great. And just looking around for anything else that might need repairs. I think we're good. Okay. We can reattach everything from the inside, but I'd really like to get that catwalk made so that we can get around to the outside. I think that was metal. Went out of range. I thought we'd make it. You know what? I wonder if we now have a higher altitude with just one. Yeah, and it looks like we have plenty of altitude where we can... Whoa, there's a whole new world up here. Plenty of altitude where we'll be able to land on the top of the turbine tower. Maybe. So our new altitude is 250. I do see some copper over there, which is good. And we're definitely way higher than... Like 20 feet makes a load of difference. 20 meters? 20 feet? I don't know. We're higher than we were before. Let me grab that copper. Is there metal or is that glass? Could use some metal. Oh, right. We should be collecting metal. Man, it's easy to forget this thing exists. What is that? Down there. Copper? On fire, maybe? Weird. That thing's still collecting. Good. Let's make catwalks. Did we get our builder out of the charger? We did. Alright, build some more catwalks back here so we don't fall to our death. Very nice. And now we can build the other turbine on this side and maybe more catwalks on this side. And now we can get back into the ship without having to disassemble it. Plus we have a little bit of safety margin on some of the areas. First things first, new turbine. Back on the wall. Maybe about right there.
Maximum flight altitude increased.
And then on this side we can put our engine back. Where's the other one? The other one's kind of like there.
Maximum flight speed increased.
And they're both fueled. Alright, let's see how much higher we can get now. Yeah, now, no problem. Oops. Let's go and land on this platform down here. Look at that, a whole new game opened up before us, basically. I guess we want the right side of the craft to land since the left side is where all of our stuff is. Don't hit that antenna. Wow, I could really see interesting ways to get stuck opening up before us. Alright, looks like we're safe here. There is something interesting over there I'm gonna grab. It's copper. And then over here, find helium. We're looking for helium. Copper's good too, but helium is the ultimate reason why we're here. We have 4 more discoveries to make here. Look at this. We found a turbine with giant copper coils intact. Bubbles. Everything's bubbles. It looks like we can go down from here. I don't really like how we're parked, so let me fix that. Ah, yeah, there's a ladder there. Okay. Can actually get down a bit. Okay. Maybe where we were parked was better. Oops, jeez. Colliding with things. Let's come around from a different angle. Try not to collide. There needs to be a third-person view while you're piloting this thing. It's such an awkward machine because it can have like any shape and size. So there's a nice platform to connect to down there. That sloping thing. See if I can make it out the side view window here. I need to clear the side view for the future. There we go. Yeah, we kind of have like a docking pad on our front right here. seems like a good dock as any. Alright, plenty of glass. Let's see if there's anything we can use to recharge first. There's the helium. Nice. 3 more things to find here. What's it gonna be? Notes, helium, repair patches. What is that? Circuit board. There's something new. 2 more things to find. What is that? That's the edge of the glass. Okay. Plenty of repair patches. What else? Looks like there's a note over there for us to read, maybe, or a computer. Computer.
Encrypted data ready for research.
Wow, half railing, railings, short railings, door. Okay, a whole bunch of stuff to make our life aboard the ship more possible, to keep me from falling off the edge. Haven't done it yet, but it's gonna happen. I promise. Old isotonic drink. That was it. All of the discoveries have been found. Okay. I guess we might as well loot. We're gonna have to pump our machine up a little bit. Feel like we could still go up a level. Boy. Jumping around this place gives me the willies. Okay, we are fully charged. Let's see if we can't go up the stairs. Or ladder. That ladder there. Fly over the barrier and find the greenhouse tower next. More helium. Guess we can use that to make our airbag bigger? In case we want to make an even bigger airship. There's our airship. It's looking kind of cubical right now, but it'll get better. There should be a battery in here. Inventory full. Okay, let's go dump some stuff off in our chest. Maybe we'll have to make another chest, actually. No, we have plenty of space. We got circuit board. Old isotonic drink. We're actually going to drink that right now. Yeah, I'm not sure what to dump. I guess everything. Right? We can always pick it up later. We'll eat this. Did I put that away or did I eat it? I ate it. Okay. Alright, back out to the ruins and upstairs. Alright, so we had just found a battery here. We didn't have space. Now we do. There's a mailbox. A mailbox. Residential towers. Recently, 2 residential towers in our sector collapsed. In light of this sorrowful news, we are looking for volunteers willing to go under the smog to reinforce the foundations of the rest of the towers. If we don't do anything, we could end up just like them. Boy, grim news. Okay, that's it then. We discovered everything at the wind turbines. Let's use a little bit of time to improve our ship just that much more. With catwalks, we can also research some railings. Alright, not enough, but we do want to go for at least 2 more, or at least 1 more catwalk out back. Let's check out the research. Railings, I love it. Half railings, short railings, door, metal floor or ceiling. We also got hanging cabinet, rainwater collector, helium fuel. Powering airship engines, better than synthetic fuel. Yeah, let's research that. Alright, looks like we're going 1.12 kilometers to the southwest next. We're gonna have to do that next time. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Corknut playing Forever Skies. I hope you're enjoying this. Hope you'll visit me next time. And until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye for now.